Stay tuned to see what sold the third week of December. I continue to be on the struggle bus, and I'm just going to ride it into 2025. If you are new here, welcome. I am Stephanie with Three Queens Resell, and I am a full-time reseller. That means I sell things on eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, and Depop for a profit. And if you are a reseller bestie, welcome back. And I love you guys so much. Thanks for your continued support here on the channel. So, as I said in last week's What Sold, I'm on the struggle bus. And I figured out why I'm on the struggle bus. Previous to being a full-time reseller, I was a teacher. So I taught school. I was an educator for 23 years. And we always had like the 2 weeks off, for the holiday break. And in my head, I still want to be off. So I'm like not working as hard as I should be. And it is showing in my numbers. But I'm going to show you what I did. And yeah, we did have some bangers this week though. So I will go through the platform numbers and then I'll hit you up with the top 6 sales of the week. So let's get into it. Hit that like button and subscribe if you like reseller content. So starting off with the numbers on Poshmark, I need to write this down because I get on here and then don't have it. We had 9 sales this week. Mercari, excuse me, we had 1. In Depop, we had 1. And then on eBay, we had 15. So eBay was the winner. So that comes to a total. So on Poshmark, we had sold $215.25 worth of items. Mercari, $16. Depop, $25.52, and eBay, $240.45. And that is all after money in our pocket, not fees, shipping discounts, all been taken out of that. So we have $497.22. We sold a total of 26 items for an average sale price of $19.12. So I'm now going to share with you my top 6 sales, which are some pretty good sales. I just need to 4x them. So let's get into those. So I've got the top 6 sales of the week. And 2025, I'm going to try to go back to doing weekly or daily what solds. It's actually really helpful for me to write them all down. And if I can get organized and be consistent and do it, I think it would be good information for all of us. But I'm going to just go with what I have right now. So first up, we have this Eileen Fisher knit sweater green. This is sold twice. It was returned the first time, and so then it sold again right away. This was, I think it's a size small. It's either a small or medium. Petite, chunky, knit cropped sweater. It had been relisted since November 19th. It sold again on December 21st, so it took 32 days to resell. I do like picking up Eileen Fisher, and I usually can find at least one piece at the bins each rotation. This order total on this was $32.88. The transaction fee was $4.46. The shipping label was $6.63, and my earnings were $21.79. Next up were these Bear Traps brown boots, size 9. So this is actually one of the oldest items that I have had. We had this when I started reselling in our old house, 2 houses ago. And so easily 4 years. And I've been reselling for 6, so maybe close to 5 years that we've had these. But they sold, they were delisted and relisted. They weren't, for some reason, they were not on List Perfectly. So we added them to List Perfectly. So relisted them January 18th of this year. So I only have like data going back that far. So since then, they did sell on December 16th. So that was 332 days from the time that they were relisted. These were given to me. I didn't source them. I do remember that. I feel like it was during the pandemic time when I was just taking donations from all my friends and family to flip. But they did sell on Depop finally. And so the payment processing was $1.54. The Depop fee was $3.30. I had them boosted. That lets you know how long. I haven't boosted things in 2 years. Um, so I'm thinking they might have even been older, like they weren't relisted on Depop, but uh, they sold. So the boost fee was $2.64, or maybe I did boost them because they were sold, and my earnings were $25.52. Next up was a new to me brand, this Solumbra Shacket Cream size large. So when I'm at the Goodwill outlet, I am focusing on good quality items, especially in brands that I'm not familiar with, taking the time to look those up and just not always reaching for like the low hanging fruit. So this was a new to me brand. I picked it up and got it listed on September 23rd, and it sold on December 16th. So it took 84 days to sell. It did sell on eBay. The order total was $53.60. The sales tax was $3.51. The transaction fee was $7.02. The shipping label was $5.09, and my earnings came to $37.98. So not bad for a Ben's flip. So far in cost of goods, the Eileen Fisher was a Ben's flip. The boots were given to me, and this is a Ben's flip. Next up, we have another Ben's flip, and this sold on Poshmark. It was listed August 29th, and I knew it was going to take a few minutes to sell, or a few days, because it was out of season. It was a hooded puffer coat, but pro tip, start sourcing those nice coats and stuff probably around July, August, so that you have them all cleaned and ready for when the cold weather does come. I had lots of attention on this coat, actually. Cole Haan is a brand known for their leather goods and their shoes and bags, so I figured that quality would transfer into coats as well. And this sold in 110 days, and for $54 after the $10.80 in fees, I was left with $43.20. And like I said, also a Ben's flip. So this next one was also a Ben's flip. I've been going to the Ben's a lot. Well, this was before my Ben's break. So right before. This Anthropology, this is Let It Be. So when I saw this, I was like, I'm going to put this in my cart because this is really unique looking. And so I decided to go ahead. I was looking up Let It Be, but then when I got it home and did more research, I realized that it was a pretty popular skirt and that it was actually an Anthropology branded skirt. So I was super excited about that. I listed it on November 26th. It sold on December 15th. So in just 19 days, the order total was $53.31. The sales tax was $3.37. The transaction fee was $6.98. The shipping label was $4.94, and the earnings came out to $38.02. Now the last one is just a stunner. So a few hauls back, and I'll link it up above, I showed you guys a Hermes dust bag that the sales clerk gave me for free because you have to bring your own bag. And I had a bag, but it ripped. Like, I have one of their like store tote bags. So it ripped. And plus, I had bought a lot of things, so it didn't all fit in that bag. So she went around in the back and like rooted around because they're bagless and rooted around for an old bag for me just to put my items in. And it was this Hermes bag. And so when I saw it, got it home and saw it, I was like, this is like, can't be what I think it is. And so when I Google lensed it and did a little research, it was what I thought it was, which is very timely because right now the Workin, which is the Walmart Birkin, is trending right now all over TikTok. And so you could actually put your Walmart Birkin in a real Hermes Birkin dust bag. But this free bag, it was given to me for free. I did not pay for it. Sold on Poshmark. It was listed November 16th and sold on December 19th. So it took 33 days for it to sell. And it sold for $135. I know. I know. I just can't even believe it. But after the $27 in fees, I profited $108 on a bag that the lady was just nice enough to give me because my bag broke. So that was the universe working in my favor. So those are my top sales for the week, the third week of December. Thanks so much. Be sure to comment down below, engage with the video, and if you're not subscribed, get subscribed so we can really blow this channel up in 2025. I appreciate you guys all so much, and I will see you in the next one.
It's three queens, we sell, let me set the scene. We hustle hard, second green, living out the dream. From clothes and kicks, we